Hello everyone, my name is Wysen and this is Prehistoric Kingdom again on my channel. And today we are going to build exhibit for one of the first dinosaurs that ever existed on our planet, that being the Coelophysis. And yes, finally we are again in Prehistoric Kingdom. Lately we built for the exhibit for the Smilodon, so our lovely big cats that are well known to everyone have somewhere to live. And now we are building for the Coelophysis, and this I think is one of the most important dinosaurs, and even if you're not interested in them very much in paleontology, interested, I think you should really know just a little bit about that dinosaur, that it is the North American one, but let's be obvious, most of the dinosaurs are North American. I think the North America has the biggest rate of dinosaurs, and I mean most species are from North America, but that's the fact that you have to check, also because I could be mistaken. And the idea behind this habitat is it is going to be, or it's supposed to be, the entrance to the special section for the park that the exhibit is supposed to be, and that being the Triassic section, just like I'm building the word, so the letters look just a little bit, they are curved in, and everything looks nice and interesting. And what was the idea behind this habitat? I would like to make that beautiful sign and build loads and loads of rocks just around them, but that's very simple idea. And again, I would like to add something bigger. I mean the view for the bigger area where loads of guests can sit down and watch the dinosaurs, just like I'm doing it right now with the water. This is going to be lately the bigger viewing point into the exhibit, and also we are going to build the shelter for them, so our lovely dinosaurs have somewhere to live. And I think, yes, that's the point right now. And I use this concrete wall, so I have the space to work with, and also I use those really nice wooden planks, just mix the colors just a little bit so it looks more interesting, and then use some structure pieces to make it even more interesting. And this part you are seeing over here in the screen is one of the walls of the shelter that is being built right now. And yes, it is going to house the bunch, I have to say a group of Coelophysis, so it is going to be big, and it is going to be, I think, I don't know how to say it properly in English so you could understand what I really mean. It will be sectioned. There are going to be 3 sections, so those little rectangular sections. So in every of them there are going to be 3 sections. In each there is going to be 1 window, so every time guests will come, they will be able to look into our dinosaurs exhibits. And I think this is a very interesting idea. And I think at this point I have to say that we are pretending that those are those, I don't know how to call that in English, I think, because it was in Planet Zoo, it was called, speaking directly to English, it was the Venetian window or something like that, because sadly I cannot remember what you do. I think you know what I mean. If you play Planet Zoo, there is these kind of fans and pieces that the guests are able to see the animal, but animal is not able to see them, and that makes it not feel stressed so much, and the welfare in the zoo is kept. So we are pretending that over here, and yeah, the guests are going to see our big group of Coelophysis sleeping. And there was just a little bit of filming around with this shelter, especially because it has irregular shapes, and always I recommend in the games like that, like Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster on Prehistoric Kingdom, you should really test the irregular shapes. And if you are starting with this game, it is also good to just start simple and build some square or rectangular builds, so you are used to building something even bigger, interesting, and just move up slowly, so everything will be, I think, you are going to have fun, because I think, yes, that's the most important part of every single game which is right now on the market, just to have fun. If you are playing game or you are just doing the save file, for example in Jurassic World Evolution 2, Planet Zoo or Prehistoric Kingdom or else, and you are not having fun, just quit, because playing without a fun, it's not have any sense in my opinion. So yeah, have that in mind. And I can see that we are just a little bit halfway through of building this small but I think interesting shelter. I think that, yeah, because being honest, I think I'm really proud of that, because that's one of the most complex buildings that I made in Prehistoric Kingdom so far, because I sadly didn't play this game too much in the past because I had no time to build something monumental, and I used that time to play Jurassic World Evolution 2 because I could build more interesting things in a shorter amount of time. So everything was, let's say, quicker, and I was happier with my results than in this game. But this time I decided, yes, I need some freedom. I need to have those modular pieces. I need all of those nice things that this game provides. And yeah, we are now playing Prehistoric Kingdom. And now I'm making just little attachment to the rules, which I really like, because I don't know why. I think they add just a little bit more of dimension into those roofs. So if you're building those flat roofs just like I am building it over here, they don't look so bad as they would would look like normally. Because if there's just this simple plaster of concrete, it's not looking good, it's not pretty always. So adding those little, even adding those little things makes that even better in my opinion. But always the best thing is to make roof with irregular shape. But I just spoke of the time, and sadly I hadn't so much time on my hands to build that. And also there is something interesting that I'm going to add in this exhibit that wasn't added in the Smiledance, and I'm building it right now, and that being the lights. And how badly it wouldn't be for everyone. So, how badly it is sounding. Yes, I have forgotten to add lights to the Smilodon shelter, and now I'm adding them over here because, yeah, I forgot. Because I was building this shelter, I was thinking about what to put in because it was quite empty. I thought the lights, and then I remembered that, yeah, I forgot to add some lights to the Smilodons. So we got them here. Look at it. We have finally lights in our zoos. And so also I put this little mesh over the top. I don't know, because I have seen that in many supermarkets. That every big supermarket that I have been in, there was something like structures with the nettings, or I have to say, or let's say the nettings, because I forgot the word. I don't know, because it's quite late right now when I'm recording that, and my brain is, let's say, not working properly right now. I'm feeling a little bit sleepy, but I really would like to get this video done so you can watch this in Monday. Okay, and yeah, I think that is the shelter completed, and we can move on to decorating the habitat. And this thing that I'm building with rocks over here, it is going to be just something like a very big garden pot that you could usually see in the enclosures of big herbivores. There won't be any herbivores in these enclosures, but I think that will be the nice touch, especially to put a bigger tree in it, so the entire habitat looks just a little bit interesting. Also, I would like to add that everything over here was inspired maybe the foliage work was inspired just a little bit by the first episode of Walking with Dinosaurs. If you love dinosaurs just like me, I think you'll watch this series hundreds of times and love it so much because I don't know, maybe that's only my statement, but I'm pretty sure that's not only me. And also, that episode, I think that was the first blood. Uh, I also forgot. I also forgot that. Oh my God, I can't remember. I think that was the first blood, but still, it was just a little bit more inspiring to build that habitat because I was just going around from the YouTube looking for inspirations and ideas. And also, I had this beautiful idea. If you don't have the idea for what animal to build, I think I really recommend checking the websites of Prehistoric Kingdom on Planet Zoo or DinoDB if you are talking about Jurassic World Evolution 2 or just the Jurassic World Evolution 2 database. Because that was the idea for this enclosure. I was just going around through the Library of the Species of Prehistoric Kingdom. Oh my God, I really cannot speak right now. I was looking around in the library because, and I had a thought that, yeah, I would like to build something for smaller species, but still that could be interesting for you to watch and also for me to the build because I'm doing YouTube and this entire channel because that's my hobby. And looking around, I saw the Coelophysis and I thought, yeah, that's interesting species with very nice history in the dinosaur community, being the one of the maybe the first dinosaur that we have seen in the Walking with Dinosaurs series, this legendary series that all adore, or maybe just I adore it so much that I'm still talking about it right now. But still, oh my God, I love that series. But going back, and I thought, yes, that's going to be very nice. Later, then I had this idea of the shelter. I had this idea of this sign with this Triassic sign, and everything was just going around. And but if you don't have something like that, I really recommend just to go into internet and in the Google graphics just type in, I don't know, the big cat enclosures or especially, I don't know, lion habitat or birds habitat, so you know what you are going to build with. And there was a cat because you could see that you saw that I was adding just a little bit adjustment to this little plaza in front of the sign. And there is also one tip to everyone. Before you are going to copy your pieces to make this circular thing, the circular build, remember to adjust everything at the beginning so you don't lose, I think, half an hour of time just adding those little things so everything looks nice and clean and adjusted, and you're not going mad with that. Okay, and I think over here I'm going to add just a little bit of foliage, and also I was just thinking about what to add that because I had this Walking with Dinosaurs episode in my head, but also I had the idea that we are in the scrubland biome, so some plants could be really nice to hop in. Also, I fell in love with those trees because sunken down a little bit, just like in Planet Zoo, they pose the great bush that you can play around with. Also, I'm adding loads of those little pumpkin enrichment and also this little feeder, so our Coelophysis aren't starving to death. And also, I'm adding these little decorations, these little ponds, etc. Because I think that was one of the most peaceful builds that I had because I had a really busy week, I have to say, and I wasn't in mood, and also I didn't have time to play. But after I hopped in Prehistoric Kingdom, had some ideas in my head, started building, and it was just flowing. So if you have played these games like that for a little bit longer, you also know what I'm talking about. So you get this idea, you get this very simple shape that we is outlined with sand or other paints that is contrasting to the environment, and you are just building. And That's, I think, one of the most beautiful things about this. Also, I think that in this very nice mood of placing thousands of rocks, because this habitat is really full of rocks, because I love them in this game so much. But I think I cannot wait actually to play around with the rocks in Planet Zoo, because my playthroughs was like only just little steps in sandbox, and I played the entire career mode, I think. Yeah, I played the entire career mode and started, I think, one save of challenge mode, and that's all. That's what I have to say about Planet Zoo. But still, I really would like. I had one privately. I had this one step into the rocks, into forming them, because I watched some tutorials and decided to try, and it turned out really well. So I cannot wait to make my, I think, possibilities come at this higher level. And we are going to have a cat over here, and that cat were here because I had to have just a little bit of sleep, because I think I think the 1.5 hour of recording. Also, I was playing just a little bit late. And also another day I had this little idea. I removed this very simple wall. It wasn't bad actually, but still it wasn't fitting the entire idea for this habitat. It was just too simple for that, so I added even more rocks. And also over here I built this little sign, so you can see from that just little distance how big is the fully grown man in comparison to Coelophysis, which is not a big dinosaur, but still being attacked by a group of them wouldn't be very good thing for every human on this planet. And hopefully, maybe not hopefully, fortunately, that's not going to happen, because for now, of course, Coelophysis are not going to come back. And also you can see that how to write the name of Coelophysis, maybe just me or this or some parts of the community, that I know how to pronounce Coelophysis in English, but write that on the paper is it's actually a little bit difficult, because yeah, even Nigel Marven in this game is making laugh of people that don't know how to pronounce that name properly, and they are going like it was Coelophysis or something like that. So thanks to that little note left by Nigel Marven and placed in the game by Prehistoric Kingdom developers, I for my entire life now I will be remembering how to write the Coelophysis properly on the paper. Okay, so now I'm going to add this little wall, and that will be a little bit interesting, because we are coming back to this very, I think, important part in the history of the channel, because I started this channel with the guest plaza for the Canada Lake Park, and also this little education spot for yes, it was Segisaurus. I still remember that. It was the education spot for the Segisaurus, and we pretended that the viewing gallery is the education point, that at certain hours guests are coming to see the educator talk about the Segisaurus. And now we are going to do that with the Coelophysis, and it is not going to be built right now, but I have to say that the sitting points was inspired heavily by Planet Zoo, because everyone knows that the Planet Zoo have this beautiful, I I don't know how to name that, but still it does have that really nice piece of seating for the education spot. But building that over here, I used some benches, and the idea was from the Prehistoric Canada by the Ginger Gamer on the YouTube, because I was just a few months ago, I think, going around the YouTube. It tags Prehistoric Kingdom, going around the YouTube, and I saw the tour episode for the Prehistoric Canada, and I saw those sittings. I was like, yeah, that's a very nice idea. So I also used the same benches over here, put this my little spin on that. So it's not the same thing actually, it's just for the Ginger Gamer video. But still, I really would like to, yes, I really would like to thank him because he gave me this beautiful idea. And yeah, that's all I have to say. It's not built yet, but still it is going to be in the future because now I'm placing some path a little bit, this little path. There's not going to be the maintenance area that was with the Smiley area because I was really late on time this time, and still I think it wouldn't be so necessary if we pretend that nearby there was also just like the staff room, staff location, so everyone will grab everything what they need and go to keep the Coelophysis wealthy in its exhibit. And also I have to say in the program, no, we are not coming to the end because again, because we are playing Prehistoric Kingdom, at the end we are on the speed build, we are going to make a very quick tour of what we just built, and then you are going to see cinematics, just like always, with the same music actually, because I really like that one. And yeah, everything as always, I have to say. But still, you can see me at this little forest, just like also the Smilodon, because we are also pretending that this is the part of the bigger project, bigger park. Also deleted that because it was, I think, too early to add them because I have this really big issue with the frame rates, and my game was just too laggy when I zoomed in, and yeah, it was just unplayable. And yeah, okay, so now we are going to build these beautiful sitting opportunities for our guests, so at certain hours they can come in, just like I said earlier, so they can listen the educator talk about Coelophysis. That could be Nigel Marver, who knows, or somebody else, I don't know. Maybe a resemble of Dr. Alan Grant, which is also in this game, and you could hear that, I think, in one note where Nigel is describing the Velociraptor. So if you get Prehistoric Kingdom, I think you should check that out because that's really interesting Easter egg in this game. And yes, I think what else I have to say? We have this beautiful Coelophysis habitat. I have to say also that I'm really happy because of that. It turned out really nice, and I haven't built something like that for a very long time. It is, I think, even better with the Smilodon habitat. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Also, remember to subscribe and like the video because that really helps the video to go into the YouTube, and subscribe if you really like that video and would like to see more that are coming into the future. And now we are going to step into the very quick tour, and after that we are going to have some really nice cinematics. Okay, so we hopped into the tour, and over there I can already see this beautiful Triassic sign. Again, we are pretending that that's the part of the bigger project, bigger park. So we are entering the Triassic area with the Coelophysis and Plateosaurus, maybe in the future, and more Triassic species, because I think they are underrepresented in the media. Okay, over here we got more rocks, even more. We got this beautiful measure point, and now we are going to see the shelter for the Coelophysis, and we are really lucky because we got a big herd just inside for us, chilling and eating their meat. Yeah, magnificent. Also, I have to say that I adore what developers did, that animals that are not clipping into each other. It's a really great work. Over here we got some staff point. Also, the spot because of which somebody is going to lose his job. The park is pretendedly continuing, but we are going down to see our sitting section. The educator is drinking coffee right now, so there is no lesson, but still we can this peek through into the exhibit and look at those beautiful species just going around and having some fun in their habitat. Yeah. magnificent. I really like Coelophysis. That's one of my favorite dinosaurs actually, especially the favorite one from the Triassic period, obviously. I think again is Plateosaurus or Carrerasaurus, but that's off topic. Also just a little garden, and with that, that's the end of this quick tour. I hope you have fun, and see you again in the next episode. Stick around for the cinematics, and bye bye.